One of the greatest examples of Shuddhi was by Chhatrapati Shivaji. In 1667, Shivaji's chief of cavalry, Netoji Palkar, was imprisoned by Aurangzeb. He was brought to Delhi. He was told to embrace Islam or face death. He was also asked to bring his wives and children. All of them were brought before the emperor, and Aurangzeb had him, all of them converted. He asked Netoji to perform nikah again with his wives. So this happened in 1667. Now Aurangzeb was not sure about Netoji. He named him Muhammad Quli Khan, and he sent him to Afghanistan, far away from the Maratha emperor. But in May 1676, Netoji, somehow he was successful in returning back to Shivaji. Imagine, he started his journey from Afghanistan and came to Maharashtra. Because he repented, he came back to Shivaji, and Shivaji organized his Shuddhi. There's another example of Shivaji, and I think this is a greater example of how to assimilate, converted Hindus, how to reclaim them back. One of Shivaji's Sardars or noble, Bajaji Naik Nimbalkar, had been converted. Now, it was Shivaji's mother, Jijabai, who took efforts. She initiated efforts for his Shuddhi. His Shuddhi was performed, but that's not important alone. What is important is Shivaji gave his third daughter, Sakhubai, in marriage to Bajaji's son, Mahaji, which is to say, Shivaji put the seal of social acceptance on the Shuddhi. The Marathas actually developed a system of Shuddhi. I'm not going into details for lack of time, but Shivaji's successors, Chhatrapati Shambhaji, Rajaram, Shivaji's grandson Shahu, even his step-nephew who ruled over Tanjavur, and the later prime ministers or Peshwa relentlessly carried out this Shuddhi. And in fact, as I said, they established a four-tier system of Shuddhi, in which one tier was the Brahma Sabha, which used to be a conclave of Brahmins in major spiritual towns like Karad, Mahuli, Vai, Paitan, and Nasik in Maharashtra. And the second tier was the community meeting or the Jati Sabha. And then the king and his Peshwa, the prime minister, used to deliberate. And finally, the approval used to be given by the Shankaracharyas of the Sankeshwar and the Karvir Peeths, which is near Kolhapur in Maharashtra. Now, to coordinate these four components, the Shivaji had established a title of Pandit Rao to coordinate these components. So the Marathas did not just stop at each king separately having doing the Shuddhi. It was actually a systemic way of organizing Shuddhi.